Welcome back to the Explore AI series. I'm Varun Grover, and today I'm delighted to have Sonya Duffin, Director of Solutions Marketing here at Veritas. Sonya, thank you so much for joining me.
Thanks for having me. I'm really excited to be here.
Same, and I'm really excited to talk more about AI. We've had so many conversations specifically about human-centric AI and responsible AI, and I want to dive deeper into what that means for our audience.
Yeah, you know this is a subject near and dear to my heart. So AI, especially generative AI, right now is the hot topic of the day. I mean, across the globe, we're all in a mad dash to implement AI in our solutions and be the first to market. It's kind of a big deal.
Absolutely. And if you think about the last 18 months, it's like you said, it's been a mad dash to adopt AI. Everyone from CIOs to CEOs are thinking about how they can incorporate AI into their technologies. But when it comes to actual sentiment, we've actually seen with a number of people who were surveyed recently, there's more folks who are nervous in the US than who are actually excited about AI. So let's dive deeper into that nervousness.
Yeah, I mean, the nerves are warranted, right? We still have a ton of questions around AI. Is it created ethically? Is there bias involved? Where's the data coming from? How are we training that? Is there transparency around it, right? And these are all really important questions to figure out before we start really implementing it across the board.
100%. And I think one of the things you and I have talked about is trust and how core it is to human-centric AI. Can you dive a little bit deeper into human-centric AI and what good looks like?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, trust is now one of the most important currencies here, right? So we want to make sure that our AI was trained from an ethical, diverse place, right? We want to make sure that our customers know that they can trust us. That we've thought about these things from the beginning, that we've really made sure to do all the checks and balances. And this is really important across the board for everything that we're putting AI into today, right? Because if we don't have trust, then our customers are not going to use our solutions.
Absolutely. And I think as we think about the barriers to adoption or the nerves, it is that trust component, right? And I think responsible AI is very broad in terms of what it actually includes. It includes ethics, it includes privacy, it even includes accuracy and integrity and being able to trust the output that's a part of that. So when you think about responsible AI, what are some of the best practices?
Yeah, well, I like to think about our customers first, right? And put that customer hat on. As a marketer, I practice every day thinking about our customers and trying to walk a day in their shoes, right? And if I put that hat on, I think about, well, they're going to want to make sure that they know and can trust that their PII is safe, right? That the data is really being protected and secured, that they can opt in and opt out, that there isn't a bias being programmed in from the beginning, right? And that we have diversity in the creation of these solutions so that we aren't excluding groups of people and things like that. So these are all important things for our customers, and so therefore vital for us to implement from the get-go to build that trust, right? And as you think about that, I mean, what I feel nervous about today is there's sort of a mad dash to implement technology for technology's sake, right? As we have all this great technology, sure, we want to put the new bells and whistles in with Gen AI, but corporations have to stop a second and think about all of these things as they implement.
Absolutely. Like taking a beat and thinking about what you're actually putting out to customers is so important, having
Absolutely.
an intentional approach. And it's like you said, right? Being sure that there's no bias in the model or being able
Right.
to ensure that you are in control of your data as a user. Another really important aspect besides privacy and lack of bias is accuracy and being
Right.
able to trust the responses that a model is putting out. One of the things that we've heard with these generative models is that they hallucinate. They are really good at sounding confident,
Totally.
but at times the information, at least in initial stages, we found wasn't completely accurate. Now there's more guardrails in place. But as you think about hallucinations, how can we ensure that we mitigate those more effectively?
And it's really that holistic, multi-layered approach, right? We have to make sure that the data that we're putting in has been thoughtfully, it's secure, there's things in place, but we also have guardrails about inputs and outputs, and that we're putting prompt filters in place and content filters in place to really think through it all. And all of that will build that trust with our customers.
100%. And it's like you said, the right filters and the right guardrails are really important. And we've taken a lot of care to make sure that we have those built into Veritas also Copilot from the get-go.
Absolutely.
And we've also made sure that anytime our model is retrieving context for the right support documentation, it is factually accurate. And the output that we're getting for our users is as close to the actual documentation as possible, but we're giving them the ability to talk to our documentation in natural language. So it's making sure that we are improving their usability without compromising integrity and without compromising reliability and accuracy.
Alta Copilot is something we're all really proud of here. I think one of the things that's really I get excited about is it's not just helping new folks maybe with the solution or in the industry, but it's also really up-leveling those folks who maybe have been around for a long time that really just want to take some of those mundane tasks off their list, or can really help very quickly and swiftly isolate vulnerabilities or security updates that need to happen or things that they need to be aware of quickly. And all of that, I think, really makes me, as somebody who's very passionate about cybersecurity and cyber resiliency, that gets me very excited that we can be more proactive there.
Well said. Well said. And thank you so much for bringing that voice of the customer there, Sonya, because at the end of the day, it's less about the technology and more about the impact and the value that we're generating for our users. One of the things that really excites me is that security and responsible AI is not a bolt-on or an afterthought at Veritas. We actually had the opportunity to sign the Secure by Design pledge at RSA recently.
Yeah.
Share a little bit more about that.
Yeah, absolutely. We were both there and it was super exciting. A couple weeks ago at the RSA conference in San Francisco, Veritas was the first data protection vendor to sign the Secure by Design pledge from CISA. And there was about 64 industry veterans in the room really kicking off this whole pledge, which is, I think, really exciting to see where our industry is going. And similar, the way that we approach security, that's been foundational to who we are. As it starts at the engineering level, at the concept level, that we think through security and privacy and responsible AI at the foundational level. And that really is one of those examples that I think really I'm proud of to work here.
100%. We were an elite company there, right, with some of the big names in technology. And it just speaks to the testament that we're actually taking the responsibility and we're doing the heavy lifting and making sure that our customers can have peace of mind when they're adopting new technologies like generative AI, for instance, and Alta Copilot. And so, Sonya, I've really enjoyed the conversation here. If you could leave our listeners with some parting thoughts around how to think about responsible AI and keeping the human at the center.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's really important that we keep that lens on with every solution that we use today that's leveraging AI. Are they transparent? Are they making sure that the content and the data that they're putting into these models is clean and secure? Are we protecting our PII and our privacy? And all of these things, every vendor should be able to answer. And so you really can trust Veritas. We've put that work in from the beginning.
Love that. Thank you, Sonya. At the end of the day, they should be able to trust our technology and have the peace of mind to take advantage of this game-changing new platform shift of generative AI without having to worry about ethics and privacy and making sure that responsible AI is built in. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
If you enjoyed this video, subscribe to our channel for more insights on AI and cybersecurity.